This is Giselle, and this is the Twitter class. There are how-to demo videos that give you a tour of Twitter and will help you set up an account and get around the network. Make sure you've watched the overview video, part of the free mini course, to get the basic information on Twitter. You can download the PDF of these slides, and all the links will be clickable. I also recommend that you pause the video and study the screenshots to understand the features. Create a username or handle to get started. You get 15 characters. Use either your username or company name. How do you want to be known? You don't have to have a personal account to have a business one. In fact, keep them separate. Upload a picture or company logo as soon as possible. Have it ready. Don't be an egghead. Add your location and website. We'll talk about bio in a bit. The Twitter square is the largest of all the social media icons or avatars at 400 by 400 pixels. The banner is also the largest. You can always take a large graphic and make it smaller, but you can't take a small graphic and stretch it to fit a bigger space. It will look fuzzy. You want sharp, good-looking graphics. This is your online image. Look for videos on how to use the free tool Canva to create your graphics. For your bio, you have 160 characters, so it's not your life story. Use hashtags with relevant keywords. Remember, everything is keyword-centric. Don't leave it blank. It will help you get followers. So who are you? Why are you here? What will you be tweeting about? You can always edit it later by clicking on your name and then edit profile. This is some basic Twitter jargon. For a full glossary, check out the one included in the startup package. It is a tweet and you are tweeting. Tweeps are Twitter people. A retweet, or RT, is sharing a tweet with your followers. A direct message, or DM, is a private message between two Twitter users. A public mention is putting the @ sign in front of somebody's Twitter handle, and they will be notified as soon as you share that post. It is a Twitter handle, not a username. Hashtags highlight keywords and make them searchable. I'll get into those in a little bit. A like bookmarks a tweet, and later you can view all your likes. Here's some Twitter shorthand. I'm sure you'll recognize some of these if you do any cell phone texting. You have 140 characters. When typing a tweet, Twitter will count down how much space you have left. Be creative, but read it before hitting send and make sure it makes sense. How to get followers? Well, search for people by keywords, names, or handles. Check them out. How often are they tweeting? What are they tweeting about? You can view their past tweets, who they are following, and who's following them. When you follow someone, they'll be notified. They, in turn, will decide if they want to follow you back based on your bio and what you're tweeting. You can always unfollow them at any time. Greet people when they follow you. TY for following. And you can thank several people at the same time. The tool Twittiquette makes it easy to do this. It's free and it's made by Twitter for Twitter. So check out the Twittiquette videos in the tools course. Tweet. They're not going to keep following you if you aren't tweeting what they want to see. You can block users that you don't like and report spammers. Interconnect your accounts. It makes it easy to hit two birds with one stone, and it makes it easy for people to follow you. So you can add your Twitter account to LinkedIn, to your blog, Google+, YouTube, Pinterest, and of course your website. There are 5 types of Twitter users, and this is based on the following to follower ratio. You have your newsmakers. They have more followers than following. You have your information gatherers. They're following a lot of people. They don't have that many people following them, and they're not tweeting much. Now, be careful because these may sometimes be fake accounts. So you want to take a look and see if they're real people. Look at the username. If they have a website, check it out. Because you want to make sure that it's not a fake account out there, and there are a lot of them. And they'll look a lot like these information gatherers. Relationship builders, even ratio of followers to follow in. These are the people that you want to follow. And on the newsmakers, you want to find the influencers in your industry and make friends with them. Then you've got your spammers, your jerks, and your overall nasty people. They're also known as trolls, okay? Report these people. If they become a pest, you can block them, but they're out there. Everyone needs to start somewhere, so there are newbies. So there's few tweets, more following than followers, and you can see on their accounts when they joined Twitter. Usually you go from being a newbie to a relationship builder and eventually to a newsmaker. Lists help you categorize users. You can have someone on a list and not have to follow them. With a public list, anyone can subscribe to your list. People will be notified and see the name of the list when you add them. With a private list, only you see it, and people don't get notified if you add them to a private list. It's a great way to keep tabs on your competition. Build a list of influencers in your industry and retweet their posts and make friends with them. Those are those newsmakers in your industry. If they like what you post, they may share it with their many followers. A hashtag is the pound or number sign placed in front of a keyword or phrase to make it clickable and searchable. Hashtags only work with letters and numbers, no spaces between words. Hashtags are not case sensitive. Capitalize the first letter of each word in a hashtag to make it easier to read. Use them consistently in your posts and tweets. There are certain hashtags that trend every week. Plan ahead for Motivation Monday, Travel Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Friday Feeling, and as shown in these 3 examples of how 3 different businesses used hashtag Tuesday Motivation. Use them to promote events before, during, and after. You can have a real-time chat with a hashtag. Promote it ahead of time. In this example, California Almonds was holding a chat about healthy snacking on vacation. Pause the video here and look at the tweets. Note that all of them have the hashtag AlmondChat. Try participating in Twitter chats to get noticed, and look for those industry influencers. How often should you tweet? Well, because it goes so fast, you can easily tweet several times a day. So you can easily do 15 tweets a day. But make sure it's not all about you. Share other people's content that's of interest to your audience. So 1 or 2 out of 15 can be a sales pitch or a call to action tweet. Space your tweets out. Use a scheduler like TweetDeck. Again, it's a free tool by Twitter for Twitter. People log on to Twitter at different times of the day. And if you're national or global, don't forget time zones. Keep them in mind. There's another free tool called Audience. It's an add-on to Chrome, or you can view it directly, and it gives you analytics. And using Audience, you can analyze your Twitter followers once you've gotten at least 100 followers. So if you're just starting out, getting 100 followers in the first 30 days should be your first SMART goal for Twitter. And you can find the best time to tweet when your followers are on that have the most followers themselves. So the idea is that if they retweet, you have a better chance of getting extra exposure if you're retweeted during these times. Check out the tools course where I go into more detail on how to use Audience. Oh, and I did mention that it was free. Twitter itself has analytics. Go to analytics.twitter.com and turn on your analytics as soon as you set up your account. Go here at least once a month to review what's working and what's not working. Check your followers' demographics and see if they are your target market. Check out the analytics class, which covers analytics and insights on all the networks. You get a lot of information about your followers. If you're a local business, make sure that you have a decent percentage of your following in your local area. If not, then you have to adjust your strategy. With a Twitter widget on your website, it makes it easy for visitors to your site to follow you on Twitter. It pulls your latest tweets automatically. Look for the demo video on how to grab the code and add it to a WordPress site. Engage. This is the social part of social media. You can automate a lot of the content, and I'll show you how to do that in the tools course, but you still have to be social. Build relationships. This is an example from a webinar. It shows how tagging or mentioning someone can go a long way. So in the top tweet, you have Amber Close, who's promoting an event. It's hashtag IBM Connect. And she's promoting Brian Kramer's class that's going to be on Tuesday at 1 p.m., okay? So she tags Brian Kramer. See the @ in front of his name. And so Brian Kramer responds to Amber that he can't wait. He's flying to hashtag IBM Connect, now on the greatest airline, and he tags Virgin America with internet, electricity, and great service. He puts hashtag wow. Okay, hashtag wow, that one's a little, that wasn't doing much. However, what's really cool is that then Virgin America, who's monitoring their Twitter handle and their mentions, responds to Brian Kramer, thanks for the shout, have a great time in Orlando. Now, how did they know he was going to Orlando? At any time of the day, you can log on to see what thousands of people are tweeting about or what's trending. It could be anything from a holiday or an observance day, awareness days. Okay, there's tons of those. Hashtags that trend regularly, like Flashback Friday. And of course, there's sporting events, a celebrity doing something, a movie release, a TV show, politicians, or it could be a crisis. You can take advantage of what's trending and spin your marketing message around it, but always check to see why something is trending to make sure it's not a crisis or a tragedy. Okay, and in this case, Flashback Friday, and there's an example of somebody that was using Flashback Friday, and those are for people who forgot Throwback Thursday. This is an example of real-time marketing that you only get with Twitter. Remember the Super Bowl in New Orleans a few years ago when the lights were out for 30 minutes? Well, the Oreo cookie folks were paying attention and took advantage of the situation. Look how many retweets they got. Brilliant. Here is why you always check to see why something is trending before attempting to ride on its coattails. So this celeb boutique took hashtag Aurora and tried to take advantage of it. So hashtag Aurora is trending clearly about our Kim K inspired Aurora dress. Shop and a link to their site. Well, Aurora was trending because some crazy person decided to shoot up a theater in Aurora, Colorado. Okay, that's not the type of exposure you want. Some other Twitter no-nos, okay? Don't use true twit validation. Don't make people jump through hoops to follow you. Don't automate responses. You can automate too much, so you still have to be social. I love this one guy. It's good to connect with you. I look forward to exchanging ideas. Yup, auto reply, but sincere. Right. Don't connect your Facebook to Twitter so that all your posts on Facebook show on Twitter. The problem is when you share a picture on Facebook, all you see is a link on Twitter. You also don't want to connect Twitter to Facebook. You don't want all your tweets also posting to Facebook. It's too much. Don't thank folks for following via a direct message. Mention them. Everyone gets more exposure that way. Don't spam, okay? Taking advantage of what's trending the bad way, like this person did. She took every single thing that was trending at that moment just to share a page where you can go buy more followers, which you don't want to ever do anyway because they're all fake. They're not your target market. Here's some Twitiquette. Don't scold unfollowers, okay? There's automatic ways that you can do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be nice. Don't make it all about you, okay? Don't ignore people. Don't over-tweet, no more than 3 direct tweets in a row. Don't use foul language. Don't brag about how many followers you have. And don't ignore new followers. There's no need to thank people for liking a tweet, but that tells you the types of tweets you should be posting. Add images directly from Twitter or TweetDeck. Using Hootsuite to share images or even sharing from Facebook, Pinterest, or Instagram only shows a link. And you want the pictures to show. They're more eye-catching. You can pin a tweet to the top only directly on Twitter. So you click the 3 dots on the bottom of your post once you've shared it, and then click on pin to your profile page. If it's a time-sensitive promotion, remember to remove it from the top when it's over. This is what a pinned tweet looks like on your page. All subsequent tweets will fall underneath it. And this is why you want to upload your images directly on Twitter or using TweetDeck. You want that image to show because 34% of tweets with images will get retweeted. Here are some of my favorite Twitter tools. I'll go over these in details in the tools course. Periscope is owned by Twitter and connects to a Twitter account. Stream live video through their mobile app. You need an internet connection, a good strong Wi-Fi connection, and should have the device charged and with plenty of space. Videos can be saved and they will play when shared on Twitter. Check out our live streaming class for details on how to use Periscope and to promote your business. Vine is also owned by Twitter and connects to your Twitter account. You can record short videos. Next, look for demonstration videos on how to get around Twitter using the Twitter tools like TweetDeck for automation, scheduling, and monitoring, as well as our live streaming video class on how to use Periscope and Facebook Live.